Well, it's got to be a great place for a horse to live. I mean, this is probably the cleanest horse facility I have seen in my entire life. And I don't know whether you cleaned it up special just for us coming out here or not, but I mean, it's unbelievable. And I got to ask you about the fencing here. It also very clean, very visible. Mm-hmm. This is the finish line fencing.
Finish line fencing.
Why did you put this up here?
It's, personally, it's my favorite fencing product that's out there. We had property in Park City, Utah, where we built pastures and a round pen, and it was our fencing material of choice. So when we were ready to build pastures out at Camelot, this was really the only product I wanted to look for. I love it because of its clean lines. I love it because of its safety features, not only for the horses, but for my students as well. Students can lean up against this fencing to reach in and pet and interact with the horses without risk of injury.
And what happens if they stretch it a little bit?
It's just going to bounce right back.
It bounces back?
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it. How difficult was it for you to install this?
It was not difficult to install at all. Set the posts, you drill the holes, and you string it through, and then it's just a matter of using a come-along pliers to create the tension. Should the line break, if a horse paws and snaps the line, it's a simple process of just adding a splicer and retensioning, and you install it and you walk away. It's quick, clean, and very easy product to work with.
You know, the thing that strikes me is that it's almost like an intelligent material in that it knows when to stretch and when to finally break, mm-hmm. which are both kind of safety issues, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep, it's got a great give, and I don't know what the pounds, per square inch is that requires it to snap, but I've never had a horse cut on it or hurt by it. So,
well, the other very cool thing is you can look out across here, and the fence, you can see it, but it doesn't interfere with the beautiful views. I like looking at the horses and the cacti and everything you've got out here, and it's a real nice look for here. Now, you chose wooden posts, and you very cleverly used it as a fundraiser, selling little sponsorships. Very, very smart idea for a fundraiser. Is this the only way to install a fence?
Nope, this product is actually very versatile. You can use it with any fencing materials. You can actually even staple it directly to landscapes if you have trees that line your fence line.
Yeah, what about metal pipe, that kind of thing?
Absolutely everything.
So if somebody already has fencing up using existing posts, it'd be pretty easy just to substitute this for it. Yeah. So could you show me how you actually installed some of this fencing?
Be happy to.
You lead the way.
The Bayer Corporation might be best known for aspirin, but 30 years ago the company tackled a headache of a different kind: dangerous horse fence.
They tried to come up with a safe alternative to what the most popular type of horse fencing is today, which is high tensile wire or barbed wire. As odd as that seems, because who really wants to put their horse behind that stuff, but it's still the most popular type of fencing out there. So the engineers and the large animal vets came together to come up with something that was strong, visible, and that would also have some flex to it and not cut into their skin and tendon and cause those injuries that barbed wire and high tensile wire can. Over time, you start to take some of that for granted. Oh, my horses are safe behind this fence line. And by far, I think one of the best features now that I've had it up over 8.5 years is that there's no maintenance to it whatsoever. We live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's freezing there and it's hot and humid in the summer. It has been 8.5 years and this horse fencing has never needed retention. It was affordable for me. I could install it myself. It was really neat stuff.
Who's this good-looking guy?
This is my husband, Ray Klein.
Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, Rick.
Nice to meet you. I guess you're in charge of splicing, is that correct?
Yes, I'm the splicing meister.
Okay, well, I'm here to help. What do we do?
Well, let's run some finish line down to the last post. So, Mary, if you'll pick up the reel, Rick, if you'll grab the end of the finish line.
All right. Through one hole.
There you go.
All right, I am through.
Excellent. Come on down and we're going to do that splice.
All right.
All right, Rick, so cut it off so we can do the splice.
Okay, any particular way? Straight or at an angle or what?
A little bit of an angle.
Okay.
Makes it easier to go on the
There
bite.
you go.
And then all we do is we put one end in the vise, make sure it's secure, and then stick the other end all the way in.
There, we got it. Boy, that is tight. So do we crimp it now or what?
No, Rick, once the finish line is in the splicer, the connection's secure.
Yeah, that is not going anywhere. Okay, what's next?
We're going to go down to the end and add tension.
All right, lead the way, tension lady.
Follow me.
I'm feeling all tense. Okay, we've got the excess pulled through here. What happens next?
Well, we're going to trim the finish line.
Can I do that?
Sure. Just cut it at an angle for me.
Okay,
Perfect.
there we go.
The next thing I'm going to do is going to feed this onto the one-way vise.
Yep,
Feed it through.
okay.
Going to bring it to the post.
Now that hole is a little bigger than normal, right?
Yeah,
Than
it's-
the other ones.
Yeah, when we drilled them through, we drilled it out large enough to accommodate the ends of the one-way vices.
Okay.
And now to apply the tension, I'm just going to pull. I'm going to slide my.
I can
Oh, you
hold
want to
that in
hold
there.
that for me? I'm going to pull and woo!
I didn't
Cool.
do my job.
So the rule of thumb is you want to tension 3% of your fence line.
Okay, so if it was 100 feet, you'd pull 3 feet out of there.
Absolutely. And the best way to do it is once you have the posts strung is to measure off the footage that equals the 3%.
Yeah.
Use a little Sharpie, make a mark. Then as you pull through, when you see your mark, you know you're at the perfect tension.
So you just pull with your hands first and then with a pair of pliers like that, and that is it?
That's it. You want to give it a try?
Yeah, you bet.
that a pull.
Now, I don't want to pull it too far. Oh, I see what happens. It really takes a bite on there. So
Absolutely, yep. It
once
just
you pulled
grips.
it out, yeah. Good. Well, how do you know? Hey, that's pretty tight. I don't know. That might be it.
Compare it to the line below. See what do you think?
I think it's about the same.
Perfect.
So what do we do now? Just
Now
cut
what
it
we're
off?
going to do is take your trimmers. Do you
Like
have those
that?
other, say those, will those work or do you want to use the,
Got
those
the-
I think
I've
are
got
probably a
the
little
fancier
sharper.
one. I've got the newer one here.
Yeah, that'll give you a nice
Like that?
clean cut.
Okay.
You're done.
Hey, well, thank you very much for the lesson.
You're
I think I could
welcome.
actually do that.
Anyone can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
To learn more about the next generation in horse fencing materials, visit finishlinefence.com. And to learn more about Camelot Therapeutic Horsemanship, visit camelotaz.org.